Ready. Fool's Fury is a team of diverse people with diverse beliefs, religions, sexual orientations, and gender identities. Our goal is to tell mature stories that are meant to be a source of reflection for players. We would like to point out that in creating a game that draws so much inspiration from the past, we could not leave out the portrayal of certain attitudes and views that are rightly considered unacceptable today. The stories of historical characters present in the game are a loose interpretation of real events, or entirely a product of our collective imagination. Have a look. You are back just in time to see if there's any settings I need to change. I doubt it. Let me know how audio is this, by the way. So far, I'm liking the sound of this game's soundtrack, so I'll turn it up a little bit actually. There we go. But I don't know how loud it's going to get. Oh, come on. Why is it on high and not epic quality? We cannot be having the game on high quality and not epic. We'll go with balance level. Of course my computer is strong enough for epic. How dare you? I'm offended. Oh, it has controller. It's isometric. I don't know if I want to have controller. We'll go without controller and we'll see how we do. Are you sure you want to start a new game? I mean, never, but let's go. Thaumaturge is a word derived from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Rikke.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Oh, choices. Turning up the game volume a little bit, one moment. This game is not as loud as Frostpunk. There we go. Not Frostpunk. I'm only saying Frostpunk because this game is made by has the same people that made Frostpunk. So, developed. But yeah. Not developed. What's the word? Produced? Maybe? Do I go ahead and dictate my message or play a I'm just going to dictate my message.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope you will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Don't add anything.
That will do.
From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Yes. Just going to read this letter on the floor, mate. Don't mind me. Dear Anthony, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constanti. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Annaleka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. I wonder if they will see each other. Dear Janko, please stop with the Dear Janko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves. Have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Lou. I have a sudden feeling that I may not be able to understand some of the places this is from. Perception. As a Thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. Oh, follow it. God bless you. Yes. Where's my quest objectives? Let me just right-click incessantly. The cold's got a fierce bite to it. Things are peaceful here, but beyond the mountains there's war. So I ran. What of it? I'm not ashamed. Can I jump onto the train tracks? No. Okay, that's always a good thing to figure out. Warm coat. Thank you. It is very warm. Just a few more sacks. Those people don't want to talk. You better get a proper honest job. What are you staring at? I'm going to read this. That's why. Makes me think of Dragon Age and scavenging for herbs and minable ores. I have a feeling that this game might be quite a lot of picking up and looking at random things on the floor that I have no reason to read. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August the 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set our minister Alexander Bolgin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, raking havoc in the turmoil. 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People were shocked at another instance of an unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Okay, so this is Georgia then. This seems to be, I mean, Cossacks and revolution screams early communism, sort of 1900s to me, with white and red Russians. This is probably going to be political by the sounds of it. For some reason, the world doesn't seem to like Russia anymore. I wonder why. Oh yeah, I should probably do the thing it told me. No, hold on. I will not do the thing it tells me. I'll have a look at everything else first. Maybe he's running from the war like the others. So I can only presume we're in Georgia now. Politics in my video game? Perfect. I know, we'll go in a minute.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
I don't know how free with information I want to be.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting? A guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
Will you wait a little while longer?
Can you wait for me a minute? I want to take a look around.
Well, I'm not going to leave you now, am I?
Thank you.
Well, you go have a look around and see if there's anything to scavenge first. Great men fight their wars, but what's to us, the peasants? If I think I cannot do an accent, I'm just going to give them a generic accent. Yeah, okay, that leads me to my quests then. I can click the ground and... Oh, okay, that leads me to where I need to go. Can I talk to him again? No. I do this a lot, by the way. I'll just look at random things. I need to make sure everything's done before I move on.
All set?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Those loading screens are fast. Must be because of my beefy computer.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square. Up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Have some rest, you deserve it. Find the miracle worker in the tavern. Nope, I'm going to look at every single other person first. Nice boots. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it is isometric, so I can't move the camera by the looks of it. Yeah. I'm sure it'll tell me. Actually, I'm going to leave. Goodbye. A lot of those eastern types come through here. What if I come back towards you? You don't repeat your voice lines. Very good. Okay. I thought we were going to have a very Skyrim moment for a moment there. This cold's got a fierce bite to it. God bless you. Nice boots. Off with you, I've got work to do here. He'd better get a proper honest job. That's an assumption. Look at all them chinkins. Everything will freeze and there won't be anything left. Oh! Oh! I can right click and examine things with my perception. Protective charm made of strings, sticks and feathers. It's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Well, now I'm just going to be right-clicking constantly. Click. Click. Okay, I can't go up. Look at the tan on this one. What if some devilry finds its way here? Warm coat. That's life in the countryside for you. My old lady will curse me when she sees this. Let's read this random person's things. The proletariats, the proletariatis, Bradzola. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm hardened by work and struggle, with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining in the fray. The hours of trial is almost upon us. Let us not lose heart. It goes well with the tune of La Marseillaise.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Very warm?
Indeed, I'm tired. A proud answer. It not only draws from your flaws of pride level, but it will also feed it more. Show no fear, I indeed. You're not looking for trouble, so you're just passing through. Well, we got the fancy option, we gotta click it. Show no fear, I indeed.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Uh-oh. I've started the fight. Victory conditions. When the enemy loses all their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below their feet, while your health points are represented by a bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. Can I choose not to? Ooh, nice. Fancy. A quick attack? Or a planned attack? Okay, that one's slow. Well, or I can attack him. Well, he's got less health. This can do 11 to 14, so I should just deck him outright, I think. Oh, it's slow, so he punched me first. Get wrecked. Oh, I just got stabbed. Actions queue. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they are planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Skill speeds. Each skill has its own speed. Slower skills are more powerful but require more preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. I just found that out. Okay. Okay, it doesn't actually say... Oh, okay. That'll take 2. I'll be slightly faster by the looks of it. Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to dodge. I don't need to hit him. I can just go for a quick attack. Quick skill, you can use it in the very next round.
Serge the Ruski is right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
What dare? Thaumaturge points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the trees. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, hunt salutors to enable further development. Okay. we've got stuff as well. Oh, we've got things. Shadows of sins past. I'm almost there. We shall see if the spiritual doctor I've been following is able to help me. This is all the stuff we've found so far. Got a letter. It's the letter from Ligia. It's the first one sent to be writing to each other from Cluj Napoca. My grimoire, I never part with it. Money, a roll of rubles, a handful of kopecks, a few marks, a single franc. The prodigal son's fortune. A revolver. Magna M 1885 or M1885 revolver, 6-round cylinder, and a passport of the Russian Empire that allows travel abroad and within the country. Clothes. Those are always essential. Oh, big map. Small map. Big map. Small map. Big map. Okay, I don't know what to do yet. Many people have flaws, but only Thaumaturges are aware of their existence. I don't know if that's a statement you can make. These are blemishes in our personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract saluters and allow young Thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of events in your future. Pride, my innate flaw. It got me into some trouble on more than one occasion, but also kept me out of it sometimes too. It's an integral part of me. Upir follows this flaw. Increase the heart dimensions force by 1. Okay. Ooh. And this is my salutor then? Salutor? Interesting. He does look sick. Yeah, I can't do anything here. I can't click it or anything. Maybe I have to go more plot. He does need a good night's sleep. Get wrecked, mate. Doggo.
Good
Pet.
boy.
Yes. Best game. 10 out of 10. Okay, that's where we need to go, so let's avoid going over there until we need to. The innkeeper has really outdone herself with this stew. Oh my, it's getting stuffy. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor-General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. A Bonaparte? The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor-General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. Where is Yerevan? I feel like that's... I could be wrong, but I feel like that's kind of like the Black Sea area. Near Georgia, I suppose. That would make sense. God bless you. I'm just going to go behind your bar here and steal all your stuff. I feel no attraction towards her, nor does she feel any lust. There is no sin without lust. This booze warmed my guts up, right? Oh, I just saw the name.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Efimovich Rasputin?
Thank you. I thought it sounded familiar. So it is in, like, opposite Georgia. Rasputin! Rah rah!
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Say you want to see for yourself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Oh, we're just coming right out with it. I was born in Warsaw.
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan.
Politics.
After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Alright, let's beat up Rasputin. Yeah, let's do it. Accept the challenge.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Observation. Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wood better than the tallow from this owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Trace certain. Rasputin. Draw conclusion. Conclusion. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. I will examine the object.
Have
we
you
can have ads
figured
in a couple of
anything
minutes.
out yet?
I've got everything I need.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations. Observations are information that you can acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations can make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you in different situations. Yes. Okay. Oh, and next. Perceptions and objectives. Thaumaturge's Thaumaturges possesses perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. Traces. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of three forms. Unknown, you see it for the first time. Familiar, you've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on that item.
Let's take a look around.
Okay, there's no point in talking to him. There's something there. Rasputin. So Rasputin, I have only heard rumors about him. A preacher and mystic who used to heal St. Petersburg's elites not long ago. I found him in a small village in Transcaucasia. They call him a mad monk, or even a quack and a fraud, but to me he is the last hope for a cure. Dirty bowl. A dirty bowl that someone has eaten stew from. Dimension Force 2 Lurd. Word 1. So... word. Deed. But, because my... is it because my thing is pride? I don't know. Oh, I have to go over here to do it. This upgrade adds a point to the dimension word, but I'm already going down heart. Let's come back to that in case we want to have a look at it later. Oh, we're gonna have ads, so I'm just gonna pause for a couple of minutes. I'm liking the vibe of this game so far. I'm enjoying it. Are we going to have ad games? Are we going to have ads or not? Come on. It says ad starting soon. Maybe it's not exact. Are you on the stream? Have you got ads? Okay, I don't know. Interesting. Let's have a look
Who would
then.
have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Now we're in ads. Yeah, I like the feel of the game so far. Yeah. Huh? You should have ads now, yeah. Feels interesting. I like the historicalness of it. Games like that are fun. It's definitely given me feelings of feeling like vampire. I don't nod. Especially in terms of tone as well. But I don't think we're a vampire or something. I think we're just like a wizard. Or born strange. Clearly got something to do with something like blood. Yes, this is I saw on the front screen that it had a ad saying that Frostpunk 2 was out. So it's clearly I know it's produced by 11-bit. I don't think it's made by them. I had a look at the people that made it, and it seems like it's by other people. But the style of it doesn't seem too dissimilar to Frostpunk in terms of the UI. It might be built in the same engine or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, I wonder if we're picking up like emotion or tone, or I wonder what the actual tangible kind of like connection is there. What kind of power are we drawing off? I don't know. I'm excited to find out. kind of reminds me of a... I'm trying to think of a closest game I can compare it to in terms of... I mean, Vampire is kind of the closest, but it's not isometric, it's not top-down like this. Is there any other games? Top-down? I mean, Persona's top-down like this. But maybe something more like Wasteland. But definitely more of a kind of classic style of RPG. I mean, top-down could also apply to things like Baldur's Gate. Because that is technically isometric, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, that's about to a finish. Okay, hopefully everyone's back. We will continue. Prayer Book. An ornate prayer book containing certain prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder. But that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the forms of impending separation and longing. Dimension force too low. Deed. I'm going to draw a conclusion. Conclusion. Rasputin's passions. Who would have thought of that? That this priest had such passion. Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Who would have thought there were such layers of passion lying within him? There is something to unlock, though. And I kind of want to do that now to see if I get anything else. That was mine. That was Deed. I already have a choice, because I either choose this or this. Word or Deed? Can I click it again? I'm going to unlock Deed and see what happens. He thought reduces focus by one additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Let's develop this. We've got an available upgrade. Skill upgrades. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the designated spot on the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. People thought reduces focus by 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. And I can just put this on one of them. Let's put that on planned attack then. Inflicts damage, reduces focus by 1. Okay, so you can attach those to... Oh, well, that's a permanent choice. Oh dear. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Well, I'll put that on there for now then. Let's have a look at it again. My prayer book containing trembling hands in thin white gloves, feverishly trying a ribbon behind which she tucked a leaf with an imprint of her made-up lips. She ran to make it in time to give him a gift, to make sure he wouldn't forget her when he found himself so far from court. Can I then draw more conclusions from it? No, it doesn't look like it. No, there's something else.
You will be mine, secret.
Haircloth. Penetratory device for voluntary self-mortification of the body. Mind. Is there any more in here then? I didn't see that to begin with. Unless that draws a conclusion from one to another. I guess we'll just casually talk to Rasputin.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
Therefore, a Petersburg lady-in-waiting who was very devoted to you gave you her breviary.
Honestly, I don't remember where I got it. Its contents were always more important. Have a seat.
Rasputin would have remembered this.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Do we press? No, we won't. Tell him what problems you've got. Oh, it's tempting. His sin is pride. Let's play into that.
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful. I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
The proud answer not only draws on your flaws of pride level, but also feeds even more. Say you're prepared to beg, say you can pay him well. Well, he's got a fortune, so we'll say you can pay him well.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I? Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here.
So is that Salutar original one?
What is this sound? Shackles?
What was that? That didn't look like the same as the first one.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Oh, got another point. Okay, we can't look at the things we looked at before. Wonder if it's worth going down one of these trees more than the other one. Probably. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch to the one you'd like to track after switching the objective. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced Thaumaturge. No worries, the remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. Find the person with the flaw that the wild saluter is seeking, and then find Rasputin in the cemetery. I want to pet the dog again. Let me pet the dog again. It won't let me pet the dog again. Worst game. Hate it now. Okay, those are leading me in the same direction. Let's go in the opposite one.
I felt something. Where is it?
They'll go gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Dropped apple. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket, and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left a distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic, and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Okay, that hasn't changed our direction though. Goats. Can I pet the goat? I want to pet that dog. Let's just completely avoid plot and go wandering. I said what I said, I won't change my mind.
Am I sensing?
See, there's no talking to him. Dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
He did
because you strangled mine. Now what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Observation: the conflicted neighbours. A dead goose lies between the quarrelling presents, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly or come to fisticuffs in a moment. What's my conclusion? Seems that the neighbours quarrelled over a goose strangled an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. Oh, I can use my heart. Yeah. You can't prove it. So I'm inclined to support the wise woman's verdict. Should I be just willy-nilly just deciding to change how people feel about things? Doesn't feel sensible. But if he doesn't, then it will lead to violence. Okay, let's try and avoid violence. Make Anterly calm down.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
Yep, that totally feels like we're not playing God at all. Salt on the doorstep. Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. Well, what do you need? Speak before I die. You got a lot of more nosy questions. Unfinished letter. Before I talk to you, let me just look through all of your stuff. Standard video game protagonist. So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this? That you renounced your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. And now you're calling us stupid, backward. You repeat after that rector of yours, Stika. That Georgian, your language, is the language of dogs. And you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Diary of a Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons, its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. But I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truths. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real, and they are everywhere. In distance, Sirmia? People whispered the name Bukovac, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbours. A fairy tale, you say? But I have seen Bukav, here in that's name. I heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fibre of my soul. And I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it, the anger from which there is no escape, the taste of blood in my mouth that no prayers can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblate Church stopped this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. That must be the rattling of chains sounds like the thing that we heard in our dream.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Accuse her of taking advantage of the superstitious villagers. Something eludes you, keep searching. Something eludes you, keep searching. I'm gonna come back when I have more information.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
I'm sorry, Bogdan, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have got more information first. Wooden box, a hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. Dimension force too low, word. Well, I think we do that now. Fortune gives a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. Dimension force word, this upgrade adds a point to the dimension word. And then we... Ooh, we got concussion. Diversion reduces focus. Gives a 50% chance of interrupting. Well, we should add that to quick attack. Because if we can go first, and then we can stop it. He doesn't look as sick anymore, does he? Oh, we gained another one. A hand-carved and elaborately painted wooden box. The box is marked with the words of love, sweet as kisses. The name of Vesna and Luca entwined. Cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carving, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Trace unknown. Oh, two things. Disc shards. Broken shards of a blue ceramic disc. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out a bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelling screaming, finger-pointing and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. It's Vesna again. Same woman with the apple, I think. Oh, we must have got that from one of our... These from some of our aspects. Powers. Damaged axe shaft. A damaged axe shaft, the trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. Although it's become mouldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. A loner by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns, a love that is difficult, but not accepting of violence. Trace familiar, impetuous person. Domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couples who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. Go be more nosy. I'll come back to that when I've got more information. Maybe it's worth going to the wise lady first before talking to the squabbling couple. Also, why get involved? It's not necessarily our thing to get involved with, unless we're just flexing our powers. Hello.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Nope.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back.
Maybe we should talk to Rasputin first. I think we explored everything over here. But let's just go down just to double check. We go down this way? Yeah, we did. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's the coachman. Okay, coachman for both, I guess. Oh no, that's leading us. Definitely leading us up. Okay.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Coachman. The coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude. Something continues to elude you. Keep searching.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back to look into your personal life to find something that can convince you. Manipulation. That's heart one. Using Thaumaturge, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secret, which can be learned by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change, and the Upir will appear next to the character. Oh, I see. Above them. Like there. Yeah, let me look into your life and then figure out how I can best use my powers to manipulate you to get what I want. Shovel. The shovel still shows traces of mud and ice. The coachman has had to free the wagon's wheel from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Rag. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odour of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheel from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone, and the miracles burn with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. I love the writing in this game. The coachman. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone and all the dreams of its moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Oh, okay, if we're relieving his suffering, I feel less bad about manipulating him.
I'm not going anywhere.
Can I get rid of this? No, I can't. Make the coachman's fatigue go away.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Yeah. Ride and run was different there. Wow, loading screen is just like instant. And run off in a random direction. Okay. That's what the world map was for. Hold on, what did that say in the bottom left there? Transcaucasia. Okay. Rasputin. Elder Vasily's grave. Elder Vasily died only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Why? Stone strikes against stone, heavy guided by a hateful hand. The blows carry anger, despair, chaos. The tombstone cracks and crumbles, but it's not enough. Death is not enough. Vandalizing a grave is not enough. Nothing will ever be enough. Go up here.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
What are you doing here?
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
Observation Doom. Locals say that since the death of the villager elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good. And that could be the thing that we saw in our dreams. It might be right.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Superstitious. A woman in the cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Bukovac. Yes, I will look at everything twice, because I am paranoid I will miss something. I am very sorry if that annoys you. Guess we're going to the homestead. Burnt homestead. Locals recall the place with longing for lost peace and light. Marked by death, it has been cursed. It's almost like they're getting a bit of a Witcher feel for this as well. Kind of want to see what they say on the loading screens, but they go by so fast I can't tell.
I felt something. Where is it? I felt something. Where is it? So much suffering.
Christ and money. Belt. Charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle. The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep, all the way to the soul. I see why this game might have the mature tag now.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. fear.
No point. Ragdoll. A charred ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish of an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Was the Vesna the name of the lady that was angry, or was that the name of the sage? Guys and money. I don't mean that as in like, oh, I've got such a powerful computer. I just mean it's quick. It's a little bit annoying. Door frame. A destroyed door frame. By some miracle it survived the fire. Thick lines of wood grains are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door. By the hinges finally letting go, they scream into a deaf void. Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the door flame, and trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
Place of death. A dried blood stain. It is soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body. The heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flame came, and the pain resounded anew. Huh. Well, that's... So I think someone died. Well, obviously, I think the Elder was harmed by someone who seems to be the person that the Salutor is looking for. And there was a child, or there was someone this Elder cared for that managed to escape. Sorry, Rasputin, let me just talk to Upia.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Thank you very much for the subscribing for 2 months there, Sturm. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Two months of doing this. I hope you enjoyed this game. New game. It's not Darkest Dungeon, but it's a new game. How are you doing today? You doing alright? Your day been good? You've been making good choices? Vesna's trace. The same trace can be felt on the ragdoll and the item dropped by the woman. I really do appreciate the for the 2 months. I do appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Vesna. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained, her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition. This is going to be the woman that dropped the apples, isn't it? I think.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's
this might be the consequences of my actions.
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Say yes and that you could do it again. Absolutely.
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Well, we can improve our Thaumaturge now. Before we start the fight. Action reaction inflicts damage. Can I unlock this? Well, our thing is heart, isn't it? That's your bond is restored thanks to Rasputin's help. Okay, so we can probably... Yeah, we can use those abilities now. Okay. Well, anyway, I want to... Because we're going to probably have some mind and heart things coming up, so I'm going to develop those. Restores your focus. Yep. Gamble gives a 60% chance of dealing double damage. Don't mind if I do. Can I add more than one? No, I can't. Okay. Concussion inflicts damage. And I could give this a 60% chance of doing double damage, so double that would be 48. Or I could double that with a chance of doing 28. Let's give it to that. Let's do big damage. Oh, I could put more than one on that. Maybe that takes something out of me, though. I don't know. No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it as it was. So we'll keep that on there, and we'll put that on there. We'll put that on there. Okay, and we can adjust before the fight. Cool. Rasputin's cheering us on from the side. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Select the diversion skill to lower an enemy's focus. Hold on. Yeah, so I need them to be in suffering to do that, to reduce their focus. Reduces focus, restoring your focus. Well, we'll do what it says. You and your Salutor each have your own separate set of skills. Plan which you want to use and give the Salutor an appropriate command. Ooh. Eerie Intoxication. Inflicts damage, restores your health points by 0, which is half of what you've already lost. Each subsequent action that restores health points will restore less of it. Okay, so that's good the first time, but not so good after you use it a couple of times. Bloody Penance inflicts damage. The target's health points determine how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. Reduces focus, remove all negative states from you. Does that reduce my focus or their focus? Interesting. Okay, I know they're going to do a crushing attack. Yeah, so if I'm going to attack, the more health points they have. But that's going to go first. So let's have... I want to select my Salutor, please. Ah, there we go. And let's have them use bloody penance on them. The enemy has lost all their focus and is now in breakdown state. There's a chance to launch a strong attack. And now I can do concussion. Yeah. Okay. He hasn't gone yet. Interesting. How do I know if they're suffering? I don't, I guess. Five to 6. So we're not going to succeed against that. So let's just do a planned attack. And let's have go for this one then, and we'll do the penance again. They still have focus. They still have focus. Can we interrupt them? I want to, yeah, cancel that action. Then do this, and then hopefully we can interrupt them. Then go over to there. And then attack them to heal us. Unless I got that wrong about who was attacking who in what order. No, because he didn't attack. Let's try and stop him again. Okay, we didn't interrupt him. See if we can interrupt him. And we'll probably kill him. Yeah, we'll probably kill him by doing this. Or knock him out. Didn't do... Okay. Learning curve. That feels like murder.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head
no.
back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Why do I feel like we've just caused Rasputin to become the person he historically becomes? Depending on your interpretation. Got a 1 here. What have I got a 1 for? Ah, here. Bukovac. Bukovacs are sometimes mentioned in tales and legends of Semir as part of the Kingdom of Slavonia. They personify brutal force and the inexorable punishment for sins which is bound to come. This is why they are attracted to flaws bred by forbidden acts like the distinct governor Vasily's murders. Just going to quickly, once again, run around to see if I've missed anything. I wonder if we now heal. Cass may have caused the Russian Revolution, yes. Let's go back to the village. Okay, there is nothing to see there. That is interesting. I want that. Gonna have to figure it out. Catch the Bolshevik. I want to pet the dog. No, why can I only pet the dog once? I wonder if we... Yeah, we haven't found out what a resolution of that might be. Let's talk to the lady first, because now we have more information.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Oh, we found something new.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Thanks. Saint icon, a hand-painted icon. I think this is Saint Thecla, the martyr. The wise woman's hands hover around the saint's head. They arrange themselves into gestures, subtle, pure as snowflakes. Words of the spell sparkle like stars and sincerely beseech heaven for protection. For girl who suffers evil on earth, who suffers too much of it.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Lots more stuff. Ask about how Vasily's death has affected the village.
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm. Did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
The wise woman revealed that Vesna sought help from her regarding her father's behavior. She was fed up with the violence he was inflicting on her. Okay. So yeah, that's a fair assumption to make, to say that she might have put a curse on him.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
The Elder's temper. Vasily has a dark side. A man who was a rock for the entire village became an abuser at home. He tortured Vesna for many years, turning her life into a nightmare. Confront her with your suspicions.
Vesna came here for help, didn't she? Vasily drank and beat her, and no one did anything about it. So you put that curse of yours on him.
I even went to talk to him. How did you know that?
If she can curse people, she might not be too shocked that we're a Thaumaturge.
I am a Thaumaturge.
You people's magic. That's something I've got no faith in.
Go on.
For me giving Vasily a piece of my mind, he took it out on Vesna.
And then her husband walked in and killed Vasily, and he's the one my salutor latched onto.
As for the second thing, could be. But it wasn't Luka that killed Vasily. It was Vesna.
Are you sure?
I was there. And until now, only two people knew what happened there. Vesna and me.
Don't be scared. I'll do my best to help you.
Then I think we have to talk to Vesna.
Murderess. It was Vesna who murdered her father. She did it in a fit of passion. Her husband had nothing to do with the elder's death. Lost in time, Vesna's father was a tormentor. Fear guided her to the wise woman who sought help for her with the support of earthly and heavenly forces, but that didn't work. Desperate, Vesna reached for the last resort. She murdered her cruel father, handing him over to the nothingness. It's a difficult one. Yeah, we could have talked to her before, couldn't we? Oh well. Me. If anyone finds this, please do send it to Victor Sulzik. People lose all sorts of things. Anything can happen. It feels odd to write about oneself. I was born in Thaumaturge on September the 22nd, 1875, in Warsaw under the Tsar's rule. 15 years ago, I made a pact with my first salutor, Upia. Then, with his help, I tried to help my friend. It didn't work out. My father was furious. He sent me to my mother, to Paris. Then I did a lot of stupid things, and I almost lost my powers and my connection to Upia. Now here I am, broken, lonely. My only hope is a travelling mystic. Such is life. Rasputin, did he change anything in me? Fix anything? I don't know how his powers works. It's completely different than Thaumaturge. Upia is at service again. It feels good to have him back. Father. Stanislaw Szewski. My father in a Thaumaturge. Even my mother was sick of him after a few years of marriage, so she left. I was the only one to inherit his powers, but it didn't bring us any closer. When my powers were revealed, he sent me to Paris. That's something I will never forgive him for. Ligia. My dear sister Ligia, the only person I truly miss while I'm away. We're twins, so there's always been a special bond between us. I haven't seen her for years. Currently, I only know her from the letters we exchange. It will not be an overstatement if he saved my life. Without his mysterious powers, I would have gone mad. I think that means I owe him, and yet I cannot help thinking how strange he is. I still can't crack this. And Vesna. Vesna's life was determined by her cruel... Oh, we're in ads. I will wait till ads are over. How's everyone liking it so far? I think it's alright. I'm enjoying it. It's an interesting one. It's definitely, I like the writing in it. It's very, very emotive. Kind of the attachment to the items is very, interesting. It's almost like you get a glimpse into somebody's mind when you do it. Like an empath or something. It's cool. I think they definitely could have done it from two ways, right? They could have written it in such a way that it was an objective fact of the truth. But by leaving it with the feeling behind it, it doesn't necessarily tell you what people's motivation. It kind of gives you a better idea about what people's motivations are, but also from their perspective. Which is interesting. It's a cool idea. I like the sound of it. So I currently think that she's the one the thing is attached to. The lich thing. The salutor. I wonder ultimately where it leads to. Do we go around trying to find more of these things for the love of it? I mean, his sin is pride. Maybe he feels like he is the person that has the right to intervene. Don't know. Maybe. It's interesting. It's always an interesting... When you have a pre-written character that you're going into and you're inhabiting, how do you get that motivation as to why they go and help? It's the problem. It's the D&D problem. If you are, why would I mean, it's ultimately up to the player, but why would you go ahead and try and help people, or why would you try and intervene in their problems when it's none of your business? No one normally does that unless they're, you know, good-willed or they're trying to help. It's also just one thing from trying to help someone. It's another thing trying to intervene, which is ultimately in D&D up to the player. But when it's a pre-written character, you have to give motivation for that. And so far, I'm just getting the impression that it's because he is prideful enough to want to do that. So we'll see. It's interesting. I don't know if his motivations are wholly good. Vesna. Vesna's life was determined by her cruel father. With no prospect and no hope of improvement in her situation, she went to extremes and killed her oppressor. It spawned a flaw in her that attracted oh wait, it just said it there. The thing that I was just theorizing. Bukovac. Ever since then, her life has been marked by the past and the impulsiveness of stemming from violence. And then I saw these as well. Upir. My first salutor. He came to me more than 15 years ago, and I offered him my heart and the flaw of pride I carry. By trying to capture others, I fell into a spiral of torment and exhaustion that cost me my connection to Upir. I can no longer use his power, nor ever fully see him. We are both shadows of our old selves. I cannot help him, but I've heard of someone who can. I wonder, because that's a look, isn't it? I wonder if he's like meant to be someone, or if he's meant to personify someone. I don't know enough about Slavic history or Slavic myth, because it seems Slavic, at least, in origin so far. So it's interesting. But it's also Georgian, which I don't think is necessarily Slavic. So it's interesting. Oh, there we go. It says it right after the thing I read next. Upir is back, along with his power. It's wonderful to see him again. Upir is the ghost of a Slavic nobleman who gambled with his life and that of his companions, and then lost it in an honourable fight. That is why the flaw that lure the Upir are those related to arrogance, bravery, honour, and pride. My Upir came back to me when my sense of pride and desire to take matters into my own hands became insurmountable. 15 years ago, against my father's bidding, Aburacy and I decided to act on our own account. Each of us had paid in his own way. He is capable of healing. The power of his offensive skills depend on your health points. Okay, so the more healthy you are, the more damage he does. I think we've read that one already. This is why they are attracted to flaws bred by forbidden acts, like the district governor of Vasily's murder. Paimon, you are so beautiful, fallen angel, full of grace, energy, and colour. I thought that you would become my teacher, that you would open the world of philosophy, art, and magic to me, that together we would discover the secrets of Earth's elements and the secrets of people's hearts, that I would become something more, that having as many as 2 salutors, I would reach for what is available only to the strongest. Instead, you broke me. You brought nightmares and visions that crushed my mind to dust. Because of you, I am nothing but a shadow. I guess we're heading on in.
Please open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
You're gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that. Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
I don't know if that is accurate voice acting. I think I might have heard better. I wonder if she's gonna... Yeah, she didn't know either. So now she's heading over there. Interesting. I wonder if our good pal Rasputin is around. No, he's not come back here. I mainly wanted to unlock the different Thaumaturge stuff, so I could try and find out if there is more things to unlock or discover. Oh yeah, the camera does move itself. I'm not stepping on something when I do that. Sorry, I was interested in the splashing from the water puddle. Hey coachman, send me another place.
Again.
This time it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Morgause.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that Thaumaturge?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
Okay, that wasn't a choice. That was just something we could or could not do. Boots all covered in shit again. Nice boots. That's life in the countryside for you.
Vesna, child. We have to talk.
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I know what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
I didn't threaten.
On the
I
contrary,
don't remember threatening.
she's the one who brought the Morgause here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Morgause. Vesna's flaw is mine, and yours.
Oh, we have a choice. Story. Combat is easier. This mode is for those wishing to focus on the story. Balanced. Combat is challenging, which, while allowing for a lot of freedom. Challenge. The combat is challenging. To win, you must plan your actions carefully. I mean... How oh. I'm tempted to go challenge. Anybody else got any opinions on that? Because I'm very tempted to go challenge. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I saw that we can change it after we started. So maybe we go challenge, and then if it gets way too difficult, we'll just change it down. Let's go. I ain't no coward. Fighting wild Thaumaturges. Wild Thaumaturges. Oh, excuse me. To defeat a wild Thaumaturge, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild Thaumaturge sends more enemies against you. This is where I might regret not specifying in one thing. Let's go. Suffering. 5 receives damage 3 to 4 at the end of every round, max 4. Okay, well we can start. It might be worth us starting with trying to weaken. bloody penance. I wonder if we can continue to. And then we'll see if we can interrupt him. Is this a planned action? No, it's not. Okay, I'm now doomed. State. Bukovac has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read their description carefully and don't get caught off guard. Reduces damage 3 to 4. Receives damage 3 to 4 at the end of the round. The effect stacks. Well, I saw our guy could stop that, so... Attempted to... Is he doing a planned attack? I don't know. I don't think so. This restores my own focus. Or maybe we do a planned attack then. Yeah, and that reduces all negative states from me. So let's do that now. So that's got rid of my negative effect that it put on me. He can do something again. I mean, if we just continue to reduce his focus. Or we could... try and heal ourselves. Yeah, maybe worth trying to heal ourselves. Especially after we get hit. No, that does mean he can't reduce the damage to us. Let's go. Right, so wallop. Doom. Kick. We can reduce their focus, then do a planned attack. And then let's go to her. And we reduce her focus and reduce the status effect on me. Doom, kick. She's doing a wallop first. But if I do a planned attack on him... Now vulnerable to a strong attack, which is this, I think. No, it's concussion. Yes. So let's do that on that. And then when he's got no focus, he can do this. He can do Not of This World. Okay, interesting. So it's actually quite good to continuously reduce their focus. But let's try and heal ourselves first. So we'll just have them attack them. Yes! No! So we'll take 1 ton of damage. Let's see, I think she's going to attack us now, so we should be able to interrupt her. So we'll do that. What are these? What is this other effect I have? Reduced, restored. Oh yeah, because the more consecutively you do it, the less you get. We'll do a planned attack, and then we'll reduce her focus and heal ourselves. Or reduce the effect on ourselves. Okay, we are quite injured. We could potentially take her out by doing this, and then they might summon more. We're not under any effects, so we'll do a quick hit, which should take them out.
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Saluter. You defeat Bukovac, the D-Dimension Saluter, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin has come to your help. The untamed Saluter won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothes his anger. You achieved the unachievable. Nice. Surely this can't go wrong.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Then kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, Bach. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah. Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
Okay, so we did kind of help resolve the situation. So I feel better about it. I feel less bad. I feel less like a bad person. What are you staring at? God bless you. Wood covered in shit again. Oh, we're back here. Just 2 more days of marching and I'll be free. Got another one of these. Ah, now we got these. Ah, there's the suffering. Cast state suffering on enemy if the enemy's health points is at less than 50%. The skill additionally casts the state on a random enemy. Suffering. Okay, interesting. So what one was the suffering one again? Oh, we got new ones as well. Old wound, cast suffering. Oh, okay. I will come back to that. So I'm not sure what to do with that, and I'd rather save these up for when we have to interact with things. Excuse me, sir, do you happen to know when the train arrives? Sure, let me talk to you.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Okay, that was random. Well, I hope you can get to Albuquerque.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Morgause, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I don't trust Rasputin. Feels like manipulation. But he has been one of the only people to help us so far. I say we tell him.
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
So you just had to change your plans.
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
That's not something you just bring up. Say no.
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it.
Uh-oh.
Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Morgause sounds perfect.
Is Rasputin going to try and stop World War I? Is this the plot of this game? wanting to stop the assassination of Ferdinand, yeah.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my
Look at our
mood.
fits.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
It's interesting, right? If he does want to stop the assassination of Franz Ferdinand and sounds like wants to stop the Red Army from what he was describing, I think that's what he was referring to anyway. There is debate as to whether that would have happened anyway regardless of the death of Franz Ferdinand, so it might be a futile attempt. Read him what the paper says about Warsaw.
The only person I consider close is my sister, but Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
I wonder what. He seems at least somewhat noble, or at least mercantile, like a son of a merchant or something. Wonder what our main character thinks of everything that's going on. I'll tell him what you've sensed in the passengers on your journey. Rasputin is helping us.
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
I don't want to tell Rasputin everything. Just, I don't know. I feel like we can't trust him, but I feel like playing the character here, I think he would, because, well, he helped him find something that he had lost, and would have driven him to his sanity. So I feel like he would probably have a bit of debt of gratitude to him. We'll share a few observations.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
You're going to live with us.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
September the 7th, 1905. Go to your father's funeral at Pulaski Cemetery. I am going to just go on a quick break, and I will be back in a minute, and we will pick up. Liking the game so far. Really liking the tone of the game. Interested to see where the plot is going. That's for sure. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Hello, I'm back. Alright, where were we? Let's get back into it.
When people unite, empires fall.
City's getting crowded and stuffy. Oh, we have 2 new observations. What are our observations? Warsaw, 1905. Warsaw is neither close nor distant to me. It is the city of my childhood, early youth, my first experiences, those thaumaturgical and otherwise, when I left. I didn't miss it. I did miss my home, my sister, my friend. But the city meant only as much as my loved ones who were there. It was defined by their presence. I didn't really cherish my memories of Warsaw, but I remembered it differently. I knew where they sold the best candies, which way home was the fastest. Now I feel like I don't know the city at all. It's still a melting pot where emotions simmer, pushing the town's matters to its limits. It all still rests in the anticipation of change, an eruption, an action. But it is different. I'm different. I have to relearn my way around here all over again. And then Southern Shrodomyski. Rhythm permeates every brick here, every cobblestone, every rail. The racket of steam engines, pistons of hammers working on the soaring buildings, the frenetic heartbeats that stomp of marching protesters. The dynamics of progress are changing, and change are overwhelming, intoxicating and emboldening. I can hear the ripple of dissent more and more clearly. The rhythmic pulse loosens the rivets holding bilingual signboards together and unties corset knots. In this place you live in here and now because the past reeks of decay. You live in the here and now because the past reeks of decay, and it's too terrifying to think of what the future holds. I wonder if we'll see the traveller from earlier. The one trying to get to Albuquerque. I have to think about whether I want to upgrade these. Okay, that is, I'm not going to read that outline, but that is a product of the time. Daily Courier, the latest news. The Chief of Police of the City of Warsaw hereby informs the general public that in connection with their Majesty's visit, the number of units patrolling the street on this day will be doubled. In particular, constables will look out for the group of troublemakers that have been gathering more and more recently met near major thoroughfares to protest against thaumaturges and demand that His Majesty officially condemns thaumaturges as charlatans and as a menace to humanity. Yesterday, near Rimaska Street, the police arrested 15 people who protested loudly and disrupted traffic, demanding that thaumaturgy be punishable by death. The protesters were intoxicated and started a fight with the police units dispatched on the scene. Wanted notice. To all police station chiefs of Warsaw, beware of Aborsy Niedzik, leader of Shiv's gang, recently seen near Wiesbauer Street. Description: hair blonde, eyes blue, face round, stature sizable. Distinctive marks: dark circle under his eyes, defining exceptional anger. He is thief, murderer, and particularly active in that area. Whoever notifies the authorities of his whereabouts or contributes to his apprehension shall be rewarded. Anti-Thaumaturge leaflets. Citizen, beware of Thaumaturges who act in secret, plotting to bring down the economy and thus take complete control of our society, as to protect our children from those degenerates waiting for the right moments to take control over the most innocent minds and souls. Let's get rid of those parasites. Recent research shows that Thaumaturge brains are burnt out from thoughts that go against nature. Hence, they cannot be treated equally to normal people. Let us act now before it is too late. So many hours without sleep, unless that last safecracker was just a dream. Oh, there's something here. I wonder what the missus cooked up for dinner. The Country Weekly Magazine. Change of Warsaw's Governor General. Today, the Supreme Order of August the 28th was announced. The Governor General of Warsaw, Commander of the Warsaw Military District, Adjutant General Maximovich will be released from his current duties while retaining the title of Adjutant General. He will be replaced by a second command Adjutant General Scallon. This is very much stretching the limits of my knowledge. Wretchedness in my life, wretchedness is my strength. Oh, hello. Just wait until high society hears about this. I can never catch a streetcar. The courier is good for reading and it can protect you from the rain. There's so much going on here, but everyone just thinks about their own businesses. The ruffians are running rampant. The Warsaw Courier, the Majesties have arrived. When this issue of the Courier is in your hands, the ancient city of Warsaw will be receiving its most distinguished guests. His Majesty Nikolai II, the Emperor of all Russia, the King of Poland, and the Grand Duke of Finland, and Her Royal Highness Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna will arrive in our city this afternoon. This will be the royal couple's first visit to Warsaw. On this long-awaited and joyous occasion, our city has taken up festive appearance. Streets have been adorned with festoons of flowers and greenery, and the entire area that the royal procession will pass through is filled with crowds of people wishing to pay homage to their majesties on behalf of Warsaw and all the kingdoms. And with that vow of loyal allegiance, Polish hearts set to the throne a quiet echo of fervent desires and lasting comfort. These arise from His Majesty's words, who declared in his Grand Manifesto that his ultimate goal was to ensure the happiness of all his loyal subjects, and to discern all his loyal subjects' needs. Those gracious words of the sovereign have become a source of comfort for the people of the Kingdom of Poland, and in the name of that comfort, the Polish people under Russian rule are happy to greet His Majesty today, trusting their substantial needs will be recognized and ready for the civic and public service. There's always some kickshaw on the beach. I don't know if that's an offensive word. Revolutionary leaflet. Brothers, the 11-hour workdays are killing us. Let's follow the example of the workers in German and English factories and fight to reduce them to 9 working hours. Join the strike. Put down your tools and join the fight for the future. So far seems mostly historical. Can't even afford to visit Aunt Jadzie's happy house. Please excuse me. I don't know anything about anything. Yeah, same. Mood. You're not from around here, I can see. I think I must be lost. So much to do and so little time. Everyone's got dialogue. I landed myself a good gig. All this building is too much. The dust is getting everywhere. I didn't see or hear anything. Menu. Anything interesting? Menu. Local lager, English porter. It was back in the good old days, because these days are shit. Go bother someone else. I don't mind serving drinks. I wish I could have ended up doing worse. Where is it taking me? Have I just gone completely in the wrong direction? Yep, it seems like it. I just need to get up early and stop eating out. Act 1, the city that does not forget.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
That's Kopap Scallon.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
I'm not going to skip it, just in case it would skip the whole thing.
Why such a crowd?
The circus has come to town.
These are troubled times. Brothers turn against brothers. Russia has had enough bloodshed. The violence must stop. When socialists attempt to divide Russia and her subject nations, to dent the sword that smote the enemy at Grunwald, this demands my decisive action. Thus, by my grace, I hereby appoint as Governor General of Warsaw Georgi Antonovich Skowon.
A butcher.
Not a popular guy, I presume.
I see you ain't from here. That swine keeps a photo album of all the folks he's had shot at the Citadel.
Before and after execution.
Warsaw! The time for leniency and indulgence is over. From the moment this office is bestowed on me, no forces hostile to the subjects of Greater Russia will have any further right to exist. None! Whether it be brutal socialist subversives, communists, Jews, or other satanic provocators.
He sure knows how to unite a crowd.
Pardon me, are you Polish?
I say yes.
Yes, I feel Polish. My name's Victor.
Wanda.
This is Russia here. Like it or not. Warszawa! Время террора закончилось.
Иди нахуй!
My first decision as Governor General of Warsaw. Arrestować.
heroes immediately rest
Great
from the rest
heroes
of us.
and their sense of timing. Of course, now they're the first ones in the fight.
Samo bladanie, Polyaki. We want that rebel. The Loudmouth.
Damn.
What happened?
Yeah, gentlemen. Please kneel and tie my shoe.
I'm gonna do it.
I didn't dare suggest it myself.
Can I ask you a tiny favor? The Russians can't find out about this. The military is just looking for an excuse to suppress the crowd, and these workers are dreaming of thrashing a Russian gendarme.
Either one of you confesses to disturbing the peace, or всех забирай. We'll take you all in.
You can't handle all of us.
Can you get us out of here?
I think I'm open to any kind of suggestion.
With a book like that, I'd find out what would convince one of these bastards to let us go. Or I'd take on that self-appointed leader of the proletariat.
Interesting strategy. Who are you, really?
A damsel in distress.
Those don't usually hide ammunition in their stockings.
Can I explain it to you another time?
For instance, I could disclose to a soldier that you came here with ammunition under your skirt.
Maybe we should see who they believe. A respected lady of Warsaw, or a common magician who just 100 years ago would have been burned at the stake.
Well, since you asked so nicely. I'm going to take a look around.
Quest from a gun trouble. Wonder whom I met during the kettling incident needs me to help her inconspicuously escape. Let's get information first. Police barrier. A police barrier meant to help with keeping order during the rally. The seemingly ordinary barrier carries the memory of a hand whose firm grip represents the determination of the one who controls it. It was the gendarme commander who set up the barrier, carrying in his heart a desire to return to the warmth of his home. All he needed was a scapegoat. Pistol bullets. Pistols that fell from under the woman's dress. Bullets that fell from under the woman's dress, scattered on the pavement. Small bullets carry big emotions, hope, because they are meant to benefit the cause, fear which in these difficult times makes its way to even the hardiest of hearts, and determination, the companion of courage, which, without which it would be impossible to face reality. Each bullet was hidden in the nooks and crannies of the undergarment with care and precision, just like the previous time and the time before that. This is nothing new for the person who took the risk. That's all we can gather here. I want to get more information from her.
You still haven't squealed on me?
I'm going to take a look around.
I'm going to take another look around. So they said it was the leader that did this. So it's the corporal?
Pardon me, gentlemen.
The crowd has received the order. For now, zero response.
We'll give them a moment to arrest them all, book them, interrogate them. Gospodi will be home in November.
Gentlemen, please forgive me. Maybe there's a faster way to get this situation resolved.
Back off, Polyak, or we'll start shooting. Paniatno, scrum. Dawaj.
Gendarme readiness. Gendarmes are ready to pacify the crowd. They won't hesitate to arrest those who draw their attention. I don't want to hand her over. I want to goad them into fighting. I'm not going to invoke my last name, although that is the proud answer. Maybe I can find more information now that I've... Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea to stir people up and send them to face bullets and bayonets?
What do you want then? My whole life on my knees? Kissing Ruski's ass?
Ask if he wants bloodshed here.
Do you realize blood is about to be spilled? And that it might be mine? Fuck off!
I don't care the blood's going to be shed, I just care that it's mine. Workers' leader. The workers' leader is a charismatic man whose words greatly move the crowd. He will not keep quiet, even if it means ending up in a cell. The manhunt at the station. The sergeant wants to call it a day and go home as fast as possible. A manhunt entails a lot of work that he'd rather avoid. With a little nudge, he might settle for taking in the agitators and letting the rest go. The workers' leader is perfect for the role. Oh. We can manipulate.
Itte corporal tell you we're going to shoot?
Make the sergeant accuse the worker. Okay. I don't know what to do here. Deed 2. Do I have Deed 2? I do have Deed 2. Oh, because I have Bukovac. That's my... Okay, so I have that flaw. But it's not my primary flaw. This makes me think we're going to be playing other people at some point. Wanda, the bold girl that approached me during the SARS speech, introduced herself only as Wanda. She was sneaking bullets in the nooks and crannies of our undergarments, and not for the first time. Intriguing. Scalon, newly appointed by the Tsar, the Governor General of Warsaw was not popular with the people. Scalon's first decision was to suppress the revolutionary terror, with even greater terror from the authorities. That does not bear well. Tsar Nikolai II Alexandrovich Romanov, the Emperor of Russia, King of Poland, Grand Duke of Finland. He is visiting Warsaw with his family. Warsaw does not seem to care for him. I don't want to bring her in. I don't particularly want to set up the workers, but they are trying to start a fight. And I don't know if this will have consequences later.
Did the corporal tell you we're going to shoot?
Maybe I go with the last name option. I might start a fight myself. If I invoke my last name, I draw attention to myself. He is very proud, but I also feel like he's got a lot of survival instincts. Make the sergeant accuse the worker.
Dostateczno. Should we go in and capture the worker who's mouthing off and let the rest go?
Da, sierżant. We can use anyone as an example.
Szagom marsz!
Goodbye.
You're welcome.
I wanted to thank you at our next meeting. We could use someone like you.
We? Meaning the people you were carrying ammunition for and who got you Dutch pomade for your hair.
You haven't just got pretty eyes, you know how to use them. Maybe you'll find time one day for some jam donuts at Burke Rotblitz's?
Another meeting. Fearless warned with the smuggler of bullets proposed a meeting at Burke Rotblitz's. Wanda, the woman I met during the kettling incident, was smuggling bullets in the nooks and crannies of her undergarments. Clearly it wasn't the first time she'd done that. Unfortunately, this time the garter didn't hold and the bullets fell onto the pavement. Maybe fate will have us cross paths again and we'll meet at Burke Rotblitz for jam donuts. I wouldn't say no to jam donuts. Hold on, that was new. Pulaski. It is time if time is humankind's most valuable currency, those here are bankrupt. In marble mausoleums bedecked in bespoke sculptures with inscriptions composed by poets and a continuous supply of sumptuous wreaths, still they have nicks in their non-material accounts. Candles gutter out slowly, and sometimes someone throws fresh flowers as if in mockery. A bleak temple in honor of form without content. There used to be an idyllic garden here established by Princess Sartoyska, with noblewomen dancing in Greek dresses. Now there is no laughter echoing among the ancient trees, only weeping. I have the impression that the story of Pulaski is a metaphor for the history of Warsaw. Well, we have no choice but to go this way. The game wants us to go that way, so let's go the other way. Oh, we can go either way by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh, let's go down. Trenches? Sewage? Catch a tram. Not quite yet. Wow, this is like an overworld. This is big. Get a carriage. Okay, we'll follow plot. We'll get a carriage. We're prideful. Pulaski Cemetery, the rush of civilization, success, and the accumulation of capital. Marble angels smile mockingly, watching everything from behind the cemetery gate. Advertisement. Josfa Funeral Parlor in Warsaw. 16 Towers Street offers first-rate decorations and equipment. It arranges funerals ranging from the humble to the most extravagant. Very low prices. Brochure, the Grand Derby on Pol Mokotowski. October the 5th. Starts at 2 PM. Actually, there was something I did want to look at, which was... Ligia writes that the father has passed away. He has always had the worst of timing. I'm always said if they give, you take. Cannot run into the endless void. Mister, spare a cockpeck for something. Oi, don't make me call the guards. I'd love to have some hooch. It's expensive, lady. I'm still afraid to go there. What the fuck is this? A parking job like that should get you sent to Siberia. Oh boy, straight to Siberia. Living next to a cemetery? Great neighbour. Great neighbourhood. Quiet. Suppose that would be an advantage, living next to a cemetery. I spent half my salary drinking again. What are you staring at? There's no job in this country for people with my education. My mum always said, if they give, you take. Yep, we've heard that one before. Note with an advertisement. Men's tailor, Bosch, Dabrowski, accepts all manners of tailoring work, offering the lowest possible prices except thoroughness, tastefulness, and diligence from the start to the finished touch. Drink of coffee. Sweet aftertaste with a hint of bitterness. A postcard from the overseas world with a song of heavenly birds meets the rattle of slave chains. That wasn't one of these buildings, was it, for the advertisement? No. It's been a week now since my husband went out for cigarettes. His renovations just don't stop. You can hardly go for a stroll in peace. My god, this place is massive. There's so much game to this game. Hold on. Okay. It's not as massive as it feels. It's obvious you're a foreigner. How rude. There's a non-stop racket in the tenement house at something street. There's a non-stop. Yep, that's exactly what we just heard.
Excuse me, may I need to get to a funeral.
He's a tempermancer. Don't let him through.
Dude. It's my dad's funeral. Tell them to get out of my way.
I'm asking you kindly, get out of my way before things get nasty.
Get that heretic with fire and sword.
Ah, violence. I think we start leveling up some things. I think it only makes sense to upgrade this. Brutality, Bond of Brutality, Self-Cast. Increase the damage from the Saluter's next attack by 50%. We'll develop that. Ooh. Or we can start upgrading abilities. Cool. We'll upgrade this. Perfectionism makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. Lucky Chance give a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. Or Mental Defense makes you lose focus instead of taking damage with a 4-to-1 ratio. I like the sound of that. wonder if... Okay, maybe they're more like upgraded versions of these 3 paths. I thought they'd be separate, but... We'll grab Powerful Mind, because I like the sound of that. Yeah, this all costs 1. Eventually this is going to start costing 2, isn't it? Right, okay. Can I attach these to... No, I can't attach these to my, to these guys. Let's grab that on that. Well. Oh, we... And why is it... Okay, let's grab Perfectionism on that. Not Perfectionism, Gamble on that. Combine upgrades with Thaumaturge points in the development panel. Once acquired, assign an upgrade to attack. Okay. Yeah, we can't grab any more on that, so do we want to do anything else? 50% chance. Makes every attack on the enemy deal the max possible damage. Well, if we do this, because we're doing that a lot, so let's swap that around with that. We want to grab Suffering. Ooh. Choices. The thing that reduces focus, we can just have to go up to make more. You can buy upgrades with Thaumaturge points in the development panel once acquired, assign. Okay. We'll go with this for now. Right, let's start. Selecting yourself or a saluter, you can preview both you and your saluter skills. This will help you plan your attack. Summoning another saluter, you can summon another saluter at any time. A green flame around the saluter's image means they are exceptionally effective in a fight with a given enemy. Read the description above the saluter to find out where they will be useful at that moment. Okay. I'm gonna summon my persona. Okay. Let's have you take actions first. Is that a strong attack? No, it's just a normal attack. If we do this first, and then we have the saluter do that, then we'll do more damage because we're enhancing the damage done by them. Let's do that again on them. Now they're going to do more damage with them, so we will focus on this guy because we're gonna get hit, so Maybe we can interrupt them. We're just gonna get decked a bit. Oh god. Ow. Oh god, that's damage. Enemy reinforcements are on their way. What? Uh-oh. Well, they're dead. So, let's focus on him. Let's punch him. Okay, that healed us. Let's have you. The health damage. We're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna do that. Reduce his focus. He's still suffering from the old wound. Yeah, we can kill him. Oh, knock him out. Okay. He's got a gun? Enemies can have a trait that makes them immune to your attacks. Traits are related to the different dimensions as they and they can be disabled. Disabling traits. To disable an enemy's trait, attack them with a saluter that belongs to the same dimension as the trait. Note that if you don't have the required dimension force, you can take away all of the opponent's focus and launch a strong attack. Okay, cool. How do I know? Resistant trait. Reduce taken. Attack with UP to disable. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Let's use an old wound on him then. Do I have any negative traits? I do. Well, we'll set it up with a lot of damage then. My personality trait, gun! Let's just continue to attack. There we go, we've now disabled that trait. Oh my god, I have gun! I didn't realise I had gun. When did I have gun? I should just kill him.
That was so enchanting. Spectacular. You with a scowl and a puffed out chest, and them dropping like flies in the blink of an eye? Collapsing on their own, becoming delirious? Extraordinary. Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Would you care to give me an interview?
Thank you, but I'm already late.
Calling your persona in the Persona 4 way. Isn't it Persona 3 they use guns to summon their personas? I think Naoto shoots the card in Persona 4, but... Parish announcement, Saturday, 7 AM. Votive services in honour of Our Lady of the Rosary, for the intention of the brothers and sisters of the Confraternity of the Holy Rosary. 9 AM, Holy Mass, which will be followed by the recreation of the Litany of Loreto, with a prayer for the conversion of sinners. Obituary note. The late Franciscus Hilmantel wanted to be with the Lord following brief yet painful agony, having received the sacraments on the 18th of August 1905 at the age of 65. The bereaved family is asking all relatives and friends to join them at the funeral service held at St. Anne's Church at Krakowski, Przemyslice on August the 25th at the 11 o'clock, followed by the transfer of the body to the family tomb at the Pulaski Cemetery. Oh yeah, 3 was the gun. Yeah, 3 was the gun to the head. But gun is in Persona 4. It's also very Persona 5 to just shoot someone. Stanislaus obituary. That's our dad. Stanislaus Suzuki, widely respected citizen, thaumaturge, philanthropist. Yeah, he was a thaumaturge as well, that makes sense. Philanthropist, entrepreneur, father and husband, died suddenly on August the 31st at the age of 64. A service for the repose of his soul will be held at St. Charles Borromeo Church on Saturday, September the 7th at 11 o'clock, to which his daughter would like to invite all relatives, friends and acquaintances. That probably means our twin sisters here as well then. Who kicked the money Money to burn? It's a shame they stopped burying rich guys with their treasure. We can check later. For the funeral? You've just made it, sir. Tomb. R.I.P. Marja Wizanska, Polish stage artist. Born on the December the 23rd, 1861. To my beloved daughter, a woeful mother. Here lies Jan, our dear friend. In 1891, he met his end. What he is now lies deep inside. What he was, never you mind. Reading that gave us more Thaumaturge points. Let's use it immediately. Yes. I want to have a little bit of an explore first before I go over. Frederick Karl Nesselrode, 1786 to 1868. Cien Toaster, 1786 to 1868. That makes him... makes him about 80 something. Can have a quick word in a moment. Such enormous tombs, what use are they to anybody? What for? He had the money he could afford to show off even in death. You can't take it with you.
I'm sure you don't remember me. My name's Hayat, Mordecai Hayat. I wanted to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Please, forgive my prying. I know Mr. Shulsky took nitroglycerin for his heart, but how did he pass away? Was that his cause of death? His heart?
Quip that your father didn't have a heart. Say that you don't know the cause of your father's death. That's why he's so interested. Yeah, I think he would probably make the quip that his father didn't have a heart. As far as I can tell, they really didn't have a good relationship. And from that vision, it really seems like they didn't have a good relationship.
We've ruled out any coronary causes since the doctors couldn't confirm whether the deceased had a heart.
Yes, I understand. My condolences, once again. I'll leave you alone. I'm sure you want to bid farewell to your father.
Usually in these games I like to kind of go away from and try and have them fight that kind of, demon, I suppose, but I don't know, I'm trying something a bit different. So you have to cut off a Thaumaturge's head after they die. Why are you saying that at my dad's funeral? Must be why they cremated him.
I knew you'd turn up.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Stasha loved you in his own way. You look well. Ligia said he found some quack healer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You don't recognize me, do you? But do you remember who taught you how to shoot starlings?
Uncle Voronin, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I probably wouldn't recognize myself anymore. Go look in on your sister, she's worried. We'll talk at home.
Sister?
Victor. I'm so glad you came. I wasn't sure if my telegram had reached you.
I'm glad too. How are you holding up?
All this caught me off guard, but for now I don't have time to think things through calmly.
Have you written to Mother?
Yes, but what can you expect? You know what Nadia is like. It was never her style to show up for family events like this. It's getting late, and we've still got the reading of Papa's will ahead of us at home. And I'll leave you two alone. I suppose you've got your own matters to clear up.
Stay to say goodbye to your father.
Fine, let's get this over with. So, it was me who got it right in the end. Back then, on the train platform, was the last time we saw one another. 15 years ago.
Read the obituary out loud.
After brief suffering, fell asleep in the Lord. Brief? I hope not. Did you write this yourself? A tyrant, bigot, and liar, mistakenly absolved, died after suffering all too briefly. That's better. Definitely closer to the truth.
Huh. Mention the dream you had after Rasputin hypnotized you.
The day you died, you visited me in my dreams. I was a child when you hounded me out of here, and I remember you as you were back then. But in my dream you looked older. You gave me hell as usual. You didn't believe I'd succeed. You were wrong. I've come back with 2 salutars. I'm sorry there are so many things I didn't get to say to your face. All those years, I said them over and over to myself in my head. How you were never able to admit a mistake. You never sought blame in yourself. Someone else was always guilty, never you. Mother because she wanted something for herself in life. Ligia because she wasn't born a boy. Me because I was born a Thaumaturge, but I didn't want to live following your principles. And now... Farewell, Father.
Am I intruding?
So he interrupted your moment of personal reflection.
I was reflecting at the grave of my beloved father.
You tricked me. I heard something else. Stanisław and I were acquainted. You might say I knew everything about your father. Mr. Victor Szulski, isn't it? Your absence from Warsaw has happily come to an end, I hope.
Point out that it's none of his business.
With all due respect, this is my personal business. It was my father who knew you, not me.
True. Please forgive me. I meant no harm. Again, my condolences.
I didn't catch your name.
My name's Kanieczkin. Ivan Kanieczkin. Goodbye.
Such interesting friends you had. I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
Josephina Slizka. Former name Hohen Lo. There's stuff in here. Funeral wreath. Someone left a note next to the simple wreath. We had our differences regarding methods, but we shared the same goal. We will carry on, and you rest in peace, brother. Your friends in Thaumaturge. Thaumaturge's wreath. The note features condolences from friends in Thaumaturge. Apparently, Father must have kept in touch with other people in our profession. Wreath with a note. Someone has left an unusual note by the generic funeral wreath. Eat dirt. Offensive note. In blunt terms, it expresses joy about our father's death. The wreath was thrown carelessly, but some time and effort went into the words in the note. Several versions were written, all of which seemed insufficiently offensive to the author. In the end, he decided on the simplest yet eloquent: eat dirt. Bouquet with a note. A few flowers gathered together in a note. You were closer to me than I could ever admit, and now you're gone, my heart is yearning. S. A simple note contains a sea of sadness and longing. The letter was written with a trembling heart that cannot come to terms with the loss. It seems that someone was greatly affected by my father's death. Stanislaus' funeral. More people than I would have guessed came to say their farewells to father. It turns out that he had both friends who were clearly affected by his death and enemies who found it exceptionally pleasing. Well, it seems father evoked extreme emotions to the people he had encountered during his life. Oh, it's raining. Nothing to find on these? No.
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros post-mortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Shabwowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a brief comment?
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Costly Geo if you ought to interfere, don't cause problems for her. Chase the hyena away. Explain the eulogies, brother. I think I will chase the hyena away.
I suggest you leave. Otherwise, I'll overlook your womanhood and make sure you can never pronounce a single syllable correctly again.
Jesus Christ.
You permit that to happen, Judge? Maybe I should write about this.
And who would let you print it?
Someday the press will get the Russian boot off its neck, Judge.
I'm afraid none of us will live to see the day, my dear. Come on, children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
I will agree.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
I like our uncle. Our uncle seems cool. Just a quick look around. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not looking everywhere in here. This place is massive. I went to this, well, you know the place, and the things they show there. You wouldn't believe it. They don't pay me enough. My head is killing me. Misery. There's a person there? Oh, there is.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna dear. Let the guests wait. First I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Make sure Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Master Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a little.
Tell her to make cocoa for our sister.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this, but she's really having a hard time. It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Oh, garden. Let's go walk in the garden in the rain. What is this child doing? He's clapping at a pond. Why? We're just standing here in the garden. Mustn't sweep the monument soon, the leaves will start falling. The chrysanthemums will in bloom soon. I think I'll buy some for the grave. The sons have grown up, they're men now. I don't remember which alley he's buried in. It was a nice funeral. I suppose our father probably did have a lot of connections by the sounds of it. Look, summer's about to end, then it's fall and winter again. It's always been a year since Baklava fast. I think that was on the left, or was it on the right? Where is his grave? I gave some money for the morning service, hope he doesn't drone on. We'll see each other on All Saints' Day. We should be going now. His sons have grown up, they're men now. Father's portrait. You know what this looks like? This looks like the symbols in... You never did some pond clapping in your youth? Nope, I never stood around some ponds just clapping at it. Is that a thing? The portrait depicts father in his twilight years, the serious expression... Oh, I was going to say, around here. Yeah, it looks like the Iron Crown from Darkest Dungeon. The serious expression on his face, the proud posture and the grimoire in his hand, combined with dark background and lack of embellishments, it all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislaw, however, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument for capturing the Thaumaturgic aura. The Warsaw Courier Evening Extra. Here is the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speech today. A moment after our gracious Emperor announced Grigory Scalon as the new Governor General of Warsaw, a group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmes were quick to get to the situation under control, however. A few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody. I wonder if this is our fault, because we decided to point them towards the workers.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today, but you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Pietia! Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Just some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
We'll have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Remember that W and V. W sound like V's, don't they? In a lot of Slavic languages. It was a nice funeral. Won't be long before I'm lying there. Didn't she have a brother? He had some well-known friends, I see. My health isn't what it used to be. Bust of Morana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words, if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back at you. Morana, that is the same as... Oh no, it's not the same as Paimon. Oh, we're going to have ads in a couple of minutes. 365, dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Luciana C. Clean and puck the capon while warm, burn off the remaining flavours and knots over the fire, slice over the giblets to add them to the broth. This is just a recipe. Graziana's liquor recipe, quince liqueur with amber. Pour a pot of ripe, dully picked quince feathers into a 4-gallon demihon and pour in light cold syrup with 6 pounds of sugar and 2 gallons of water. A drink. I'm going to go look in the basement. I'm going to go talk to our uncle after that. That feels like something I should wait to read. Ugh. This game seems like a game. I didn't quite expect the amount of game. For what it is. Oh, we're not actually at ads yet. I'll start reading, and then when we go to ads, I'll stop. Mother's portrait. A portrait of mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle. That's not how I remembered her. Nadia is a young, unkept maiden. It's hard to believe this shocking vision of the painter must have been created in the previous era. A time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions, poems were created at the sound of a storm, love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting? That's all to be found here anyway. Okay, I'm just going to quickly beaver back, and then I'll be back in a second when the ads end. There we go. Hello, I have returned. Go talk to Uncle.
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
So many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
I think you mean quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down a little bottle for your uncle?
I suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
Nope. Okay, I guess we're going back into the, is it basement or cellar? Oh, suddenly, loads of stuff. Pinot Noir of Oregon. Bottle of red wine from the United States, hard to get, an inability to articulate, brought on by great surprise clings to the bottle. It was difficult to mouth even a word of gratitude for the unique gift. Words got stuck in the throat despite the adoration for this particular liqueur. It is a favourite beverage, but an unwelcome gift. That's from our sister. Savon de Bordeaux, a bottle of wine from southern France, an expensive beverage popular among the aristocracy. The wine carries the aroma of peaches, apples, and a certain amount of conviction that a relationship between two people is beginning to take a romantic edge. A beverage enjoyed by the upper crust given to a man by a woman. I think our father was having an affair, by the sounds of it. And the note found in the tomb as well. Quince liqueur with amber. A small bottle of quince liqueur with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. Trey Sutton. Ronin's bottle. Every bottle found in this Suzix's cellar contain a creditable beverage. Uncle Voronin wouldn't disregard any of them. Uncle on our dad's side or our mother's side? I'm getting the impression mother's side at the moment. Maybe it's best not to get drunk with
How did it go?
Before we go to the
mission accomplished?
It wasn't red or white, it was liqueur.
You'll have to wait a moment yet, Uncle.
Hold on. We got it in our inventory, don't we? It was the liqueur with amber.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle. We would meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raised a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events. More and more. But this time, even he has left me. So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
Heart attack.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone?
I think we like our uncle. I think I'm not going to do something pride. We'll raise a toast in silence.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both. Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Another moment. Ask about Sharjah? I don't remember who that is, but I'll ask.
At the funeral, there was this sad
that.
Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him, Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Gonna take a moment.
You'll all have to wait for me a moment yet.
All right, but hurry up.
Liqueur is not alcohol, it is more of a tincture in fact. Yes, a medicine, and since life is the most common fatal disease, well, to our health then. That's our uncle. Nice. Ah, drinking alcohol. Gives me more former touch points. Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's go up. Oh my god, there's more house. Bust of Siren. Sharp avian features bear a wind, disturbing kind of beauty. A wild, disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet her cryptid slight smile makes the subconscious primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But isn't the soul the only fair price for the bliss of giving yourself up to the enchanting creature? Siren is in Siren. As we've already found out before, sirens are more bird-like than they are fish-like. Serious photo. Straight back, stern expressions, noses in the air, two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. If you want to change your clothes, use the wardrobe. You can expand your clothes collection by visiting this tailor. Moves of arrogance. Leather elements counterbalance the classic design, adding a touch of audacity. Oh, did we not put on a jacket? I guess because we're inside, we're not wearing it. Compared to Crowley's Ars Greater, there are three fewer demons. Ah, classic. No evidence that all demons are Salutors. Bathim, a false lead. Pucelle, a false lead. Anton claims to have subjugated Ouroboros, mere boasting. Marchosius expected to take it on the form of a wolf with the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Duplancy, he takes on the form of a wild lioness. Introducing observations by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our minds. However, in appearance it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Sabnok, unknown. Definitely our father's doing by the sounds of it. Message from mother. Dear child, stop. It was great sorrow that I received news of Stanislaus' death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from travelling to Warsaw at this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop, mama. Duties in Paris. That's rich. Hard to expect anything coming from you. Okay. Not a great relationship with Mum either. My letter from Rome, July 1896. Dear sister, I'm writing to inform you because sleep eluded me. As I wrote before, I have found a suitable candidate. However, I'm struggling to reach his floor. I feel that Paimon is within my reach. I even saw him, vaguely, but I did. I'll stop here because my nerves prevent me from continuing. W. P.S. Yes, I will be careful. Don't think me a fool like father. Polish Gazette Evening Edition. Obituaries. At the cemetery in Montmorency on Sunday, the body of the distinguished writer and citizen, the late Serenia Dushinska, was laid to rest. A handful of compatriots escorted the coffin amidst the pouring rain. The funeral service was very modest. In accordance with the wishes of the deceased, the sums allocated for wreaths were deposited in the coffers of Claudia Poczka Charitable Society. The late Antonia Pizinski retired age 91. The late Barbara Seleksa, age 45. The late Stanislaw Skurski, entrepreneur, age 63. That's our dad, I think. Warsaw Funeral Country, Emtiska. The company arranges funerals exhumations and the transfer of corpses, a factory warehouse of metal and wooden coffins, mourning hats, crepe paper, and a vast selection of items used in the mourning. Sister of mine, this is my letter. I feel well enough to write something to you. The doctor also recommended I do so. I'm not alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Reed Morton, whose last name escapes me. That's his last name, though. Maybe it's not. Wilfred Morton. They brought him from London from Dr. Seward's clinic. A very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for the moths, cockroaches, ladybugs, and beetles that come here sometimes. He eats them. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord, but I don't think he means a saviour. I cannot yet reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Pyman. My mind is still in tatters. Pyman visited me no more than a week ago. I know that's impossible. It possibly happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell, with his host of demons with the shadows of his penitents, called for me to join them. It was so real. I'll stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. W. This game has depth. Nothing of interest here? Nothing at all? That's the lawyer. I want to look. Oh, look at that. I just noticed that in the background. Our family portrait. I can't remember when it was taken. The year was 1884, and Ligia and I were 9 years old at the time. She was clearly tense, and I remember how Mother admonished her not to smile, not to fidget, and to stand straight. Ligia was to take cue from her. Mother was able to freeze like a statue and sit there, barely breathing, for a couple of hours. I, on the other hand, poising nonchalantly, was always more unrestrained than my sister. I could get away with more. Behind us, our father, the head of the family, one hand resting patronising on the back of his chaise longue, asserting his ownership, the other holding a grimoire, the black grimoire. Behind father, a shadow, as if a shape was emerging and forming, indicating another presence. That's Balberith. The family is complete. Another salutor. Oh, that was father's salutor. Balberith, my father's first salutor, probably not the only one, a perfect match. An ancient idol mentioned in the Book of Judges, secretive by nature, keeper of vegetation and masters of insects that he can command in order to protect people from diseases. According to the Ars Goetia, Balberith belongs to the circle of greater demons, just like father. The flaws that attract him are, much like with the Upir, those related to the heart dimension and the sensation of the heart. We literally follow in the same footsteps as our father, the same sins, the same flaw. Pride, blasphemy, contentiousness, but also consistency, stubbornness, and ambition. Balberith is gone. He left with my father. Where? We do not know what happens to the Lucers after Thaumaturge's death. Perhaps they become wild again, unhindered by the pact with their master. But the flaw that used to tether them is gone, so maybe they vanish into the void too. Where's our uncle? He should have been. He should be coming up here as well. Wonder how this world reconciles faith with Thaumaturge.
I am ready, Mr. Shulsky. I only need all of you to be present.
Can we start reading your father's will?
Patience was never my father's strong suit. But you'll have to arm yourself with a bit more of it.
Hold on, is our uncle not coming? Sorry, I like the uncle. I want him to be there. We've all got a favourite uncle, right? No? Oh, he's drunk. Oh, because I gave him the alcohol. Well, then he can live by his own decisions, can't he? Even though I gave him the alcohol. Don't look into it too much.
Mr. Shulsky, it is late enough already. May we begin?
Yes, let his will be done. Begin.
Let's begin if everyone is ready. Would you all please take a seat? Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Shulsky's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
We'll hear out the lawyer in silence.
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter, Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice. I wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following: my collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Ask if your mother is getting anything.
Now, Mr. Fedorov, what did my father leave my mother?
Victor, be serious.
Nothing. There is a special item reflecting the absolute lack of any bequest to my former spouse, Nadia Fyodorovna Voronina.
He's such a proud asshole. Congratulate them both and say you'll wait in the kitchen.
I wish you success with your business and your hunting. I'm going to have something to eat before heading off.
Just a moment yet, Mr. Shulsky. Your name is also mentioned here.
A last-minute plot twist.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Victor Shulsky, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire, in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out solemnly, though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Shulsky used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Meaning it's disappeared? Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
A dream. Does yellow mean it progresses? I presume so.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it? Perhaps. In all that confusion?
But why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
we rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station. Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Emphasize that karma comes back.
He died as he lived, miserably. He couldn't have met a more fitting end after what he did to me. What he did to the Niedzic's family.
You've got to know that Papa felt guilty, even if he didn't say so outright. I'm not going to defend him, but I can't criticize him either. Even I don't know what really happened back then with Abauritze.
An accident is what happened, and Father treated 2 kids like the worst disgraces in the world. As if it had been premeditated.
When a person dies so suddenly, their unfinished business remains. We'll never learn what Stasio carried in his heart.
What do you intend to do?
I'll look for your father's things.
And where are Father's things at the moment?
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock-taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish.
The building is a good lead.
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could. This is a good lead, but is it the only one?
And Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Now at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Goodbye, Uncle. And, Ligia. I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The lone shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
Alright. Gonna save. And I think we'll call it here for today. I like the look of this game. I'm enjoying it so far. This probably will become our Friday and Saturday game now that Darkest Dungeon is over. So yeah, we'll probably play this for a while, maybe until completion or until we get bored. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far, and if it continues on like it has, I'm probably not going to get bored of it. So we'll continue this on Friday and Saturdays, but I will next be on Mondays. Let me just change the screen. Yeah, I'll next be on Mondays, and we'll go play something then. I don't know what it'll be yet, but we'll be playing something. I imagine on Wednesdays we'll continue and we'll play Hades, but if I feel like playing something else, we might play something else on Wednesday. But yeah, this will be the end of the stream for today. If any of you are watching and interested in the Darkest Dungeon playthrough or anything else that I've done some Sonic Ramble at some random points. I haven't done much yet, but yeah, there's my YouTube. I also have a Discord server where you can find out where when I upload on YouTube and Twitch, when I start streaming on Twitch, and it will pop up on there, sometimes reliably, sometimes not so reliably, but it'll be on there. Yeah, also following is also a good way to find out, so if you're not followed already, go ahead and follow if you want to, if you want to see more of this or more random other games. But yes, I hope you all had a good rest of your day. Let's see if there is anyone to raid. Let's have a look. Anyone interesting? Maybe we'll see if someone's playing Darkest Dungeon. That is in the name thing. I want to go buy the game. Any VTubers? No. There's someone doing Blood Moon or bosses. Oh, there is a VTuber doing it. Alright, let's raid into them then. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I hope you all make good choices. Be respectful if you go through in the raid, etc, etc. Okay, have a good night everybody, have a good evening. Make good choices. Make sure you're good people, do good things. Bye. Bye, Sturm. Bye.